welcome back to our 24th weekly UpRock weekly call, hashtag UpToberIsCooking. I'm your host, Jen McEwen, co-founder of UpRock, and joining me on stage is Jesse Adams and Christopher O'Connell. What's up, guys?
Hey, good morning.
Hello, everyone. Nice to see you all here today.
How's the middle of your October going?
Pretty great.
Well, you know what's so great? Taxes are done.
Oh, yeah, taxes are done.
That
was yesterday. I got something back, which is, I mean, not a lot, but yeah, that's pretty great. And I didn't owe anything. That's good.
Yeah, I guess. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Chris.
I was going to say, speak for yourself. I've been so busy with October that I haven't slept in like 3 nights, but it's good, busy, but still busy.
Well, the keyword up, so you have to stay up. So, yeah.
That is exactly.
DePIN is a hell of a drug, folks. All right. So let's get into what we're going to get into. All right. So we've got introductions.
Hey, great.
Hey, great. Highlights of the week. And we haven't done this in a minute, but we thought we'd do a TGE recap, or post-TGE recap. A little bit more on why Uptober is cooking, our DePIN catalyst updates, some product updates, and then we've got some guests coming this week from for dePioneers. So we will dePioneers to wrap things up.
Yep.
All right.
Looks like we got people from all over the world again, as usual. Good evening from the UK. Let's go.
Nice.
What's up?
Hello. Thanks for staying up.
Yeah. Oh,
okay.
Oh, nice.
Oh, hey, great.
Nice.
Well, we'll see you here next week too, right?
Thanks for coming along.
Let's do like this. Let's do this screen. There you go. I don't want to cover your beautiful face, Chris, and your styles. Howdy, three amigos. Let's go.
All right. Well, I'm gonna need to do this. I'm taking over again, Jesse. Sorry.
Okay.
All right. So we got some highlights of the week. So Syndica.io had the article where they did a deep dive on Solana DePIN, and we got a bit of a mention there. And so that's always nice to see. So if you want to read more about DePIN projects on Solana, check out that deep dive. There's Syndica_IO.
Thank you so much. That's awesome. Yeah.
And then we also had this milestone that we want to highlight as well. So we integrated with Bright Data, and we were launching that $100,000 developer grant program to accelerate innovation. So that's really exciting to have those two developments to announce.
Yeah, well, we're going to talk about the grant in more detail later. But yeah, Bright Data is amazing because this is one of our revenue partners, and if you go to uprock.com/tokenomics, you'll see a big part of our how the DePIN model works is that you can bootstrap and scale faster than any Web2 company ever imagined. Like most of these companies took 10 years to get to 7 to 10 million installs. We already have almost 1.8 million installs with under a year. And this is the power of DePIN. And we can probably get to 10 million installs faster than they can ever imagine. What that means is that unlocks powerful business insights for businesses around the world. Bright Data is one of those companies that always constantly looking for hyper localized data for mobile devices. That's the most lucrative kind of bandwidth out there versus desktop. Really, it's the difference between $3 to $5 a gigabyte to $25 a gigabyte on mobile devices, because it's real. People know it's not a bot. It's on your person. It's in your pocket, and people pay for that the most. It's the most lucrative. And so companies like Bright Data have companies that pay them, and that'll pay us, that'll pay you guys. And the more powerful our network, which means the more data businesses can get, the more insightful their AIs can be, and the more superhuman intelligence and superhuman decision making they can have in their models. So this is why it's awesome. Yep.
Right, great. All right, yeah, we'll dive more into the developer grant in a few minutes, or about 10 minutes. So.
Yep.
That's a great highlight. Oh, here's another one. DePIN landscape on Solana by Solana Daily. And there you go. Under, what do we have? Under bandwidth networks, there's UpRock. So thank you, Solana Daily, for that. So if you want to follow them on X, that's Solana Daily. Very great handle.
Cool.
Around these parts. And then let's see here. Oh, and here's another from DePIN Scan. So DePIN Scan did AI and DePIN projects ranked by a total number of devices. And look, who's number one? It's good to see Yeah, we have like just that we got over almost 2 million devices on in less than a year. So the growth has been just like this hockey stick. So it's been great to be a part of.
And if you go to DePIN scan, just type in UpRock and you'll see like 900,000 devices, nodes around the world. And devices nodes really means you guys. That's actual humans. We have device verification, so we filter out the spam and the scams. Those are real people around the world contributing to the network, and that's what's so awesome. We are like the sleeping giant, just we're grinding and working ahead, and we're like we're racing ahead to win first spot, which is awesome. So, like again, what's amazing about that is the AI agent world is coming, and if you want to be a business that want to be hyper competitive and be able to get superior insights, whatever they are, whatever your trend is that you're looking at, whatever your business model is, you want to be able to feed the machine learning or the AI model or the AI agent, whatever that is, with superior insights. And more granular the data, the better the output. And you can only do that with mobile phones, because today the internet is so dynamic. If you load the same website, whether you're in New York or Singapore or Miami or China, the same website will look different for everybody. And so if you really want to know what's happening on the internet today, you cannot just load it from a data center. You need to load it from 100 different devices from the local IP and then send that data to a model. And then you cannot, as a human, you cannot digest 100 different websites every day. You take that data, you feed it to a model, and then that AI model will tell you, hey, by the way, whatever you're looking at, whatever your business model, whatever your trend is that you care about, this is what's happening in your world at any given moment. And here's what I think, and here's some recommendations. And here's what's happening to trends over time. This is what's powerful about DePIN network. And we're all going to have these AI agents. We want to be able to transform the internet into a queryable database, because right now we cannot do that. There's things that are blocking us in the way. If you want to if you use ChatGPT, you assume like when you type, the agent can just crawl the internet. Today it cannot. There's things that block you. There's censorship issues. There's moderation policies. It just cannot query the internet like a database. We can unlock that with DePIN model, with UpRock. So yeah, this is what's amazing. 900,000 people. Go to depinscan.io. I think it's whatever. Just look up DePIN scan on the x.com. I think it's io.com, and you will see this unlocks many opportunities for businesses around the world.
Yeah, well said. I don't know if there's anything I can add to that.
Yeah. So Jesse, you were right, by the way. It's depinscan.io. Gary, I guess they say what makes you a real cowboy is in your heart, but by the general definition, I'm a real programmer and just wear a cowboy hat on the internet.
So cyber cowboy, how about that?
Oh, so that's what DePioneers are, right?
I've seen your arsenal. I feel like you're a cowboy. I feel like you're ready for the apocalypse. I've seen his I've seen your anyway.
My Zoom wall.
Yeah.
I love it. I feel like, Chris, you put trust but verify into practice and everything. So I trust that nobody's going to rob my home, but I'm going to verify that they can't.
If you watch any cybersecurity or hacker movie, the more advanced you are, the more screens you have. Right?
Well, so people
they usually interpret it as you have to have multiple keyboards. And that's like more hacker you are, do you have more keyboards and more screens?
I know that's the stereotype, but I actually might have. I'm one of the few of us who usually works from just one screen. I just like to keep everything really organized and in the stack, so I know exactly where it is. I don't use the mouse very much. I'm all about text, but I mean, I like the second screen, but then I forget what I put over there, and I just see what's in front of me, and then can't find that document that's open on the second screen from a couple hours ago. So. So it's just a bit, but Jesse's right. He can attest from personal experience. If you're working around me and you stand up from your computer and don't lock the screen, I'll put something absolutely horrific on your desktop as a reminder that you lock your screen when you stand up.
Yeah.
Chris is a psycho. He programs on, well, maybe you upgraded your computer, but he likes his laptop. He programs on an 11-inch laptop, at least for a long time. Like, talk about not even multiple screens. You use this tiny little screen. Well, I guess it's not tiny, but I don't know.
I mean, it's small.
Big screens, so I can. keep track.
I finally upgraded to the 13-inch because they stopped making the 11-inch, but I liked the 11-inch. It was very portable.
Yeah.
Well, I guess if you travel a lot. Oh gosh, Gary, you have 42. Ooh. Oh, okay. Do you just or me? I'm clicking this. Okay. You have 42 screens that work in your control. Oh, my gosh, your eyes.
That's a
all right.
little bit.
Enough about screens, guys. Let's get back into this. Okay, here we go. All right. And lastly, this was really cool. So Gunay is on our team. And last week we announced that we shared that he was participating in the Colossum hackathon. And I was that. Oh my God.
Coliseum.
Clearly, I haven't had a lot of sleep either this month.
That's cool.
I put the wrong emphasis on the wrong syllable there. Anyway, so Gunay, Gunay and the team, Lexicon Infra, they ranked first in the Super Team Turkey Demo Day. So big congratulations to Gunay and team. That's really exciting. If you want to see what we're working on, head over to our X account, x.com/uprock.com, and it's one of our posts, so you can check out what Junior's been working on.
Yeah, awesome job. Congrats, Gunay. So Gunay works with us. He also helps with the DePioneers project and with UpRock, and so they submitted their project to the Colossum hackathon, and they were first. So pretty badass. We want to always encourage everyone building cool shit, and it's awesome to have one of our one of our newest members to actually win that. So that's pretty awesome, dude. So we want to highlight that. Cool. Yeah, good job, man.
Congrats, yeah, and give him a shout if you are in the Discord. Okay, so before I move on, we have a question here about. Okay, so TK accidentally deleted his passkey in the off app. So head over to our Discord and submit a ticket if you haven't already. Yep. And one of us will come in and help you with that, and we can do this on a case by case, I'm sure. So anyway, hit us up, open a ticket, and we'll get you sorted out.
Yeah, as long as you have your email, access to your email. This is a tricky one because honestly, if you turn on 2FA, we have to be careful about this because we don't know if it's you're talking to. You know, like we don't know if your account has been hacked. And that's why 2FA is important. So if you deleted your 2FA, there's other things we can do. But yes, definitely go to Discord and we will help you there. So we'll help you there. Just go to Discord, just create a ticket, and then we'll help you out. But that's the best way you can do it. A big part of crypto and privacy is that if you delete your password and your keys, and to be honest with you, I don't know much we can do, but we'll try our best. Okay, so we'll do a couple things to verify you own the account, and then we'll see what happens from there.
All right. Okay, now let's move on to a post-token generation event, TGE Recap. It's been many months since we've had our TGE, so I thought it would we thought we would do a bit of a recap. So Chris or Jess, who wants to kick it off?
Okay, I'll do it. So I think the biggest thing for UpRock, look at some of the community highlights, how we're growing so fast. This is the most powerful thing about DePIN model and about the UpRock community. And one of the things I think where a lot of DePINs fall short is they tend to say, hey, buy our sensor or install our app and earn your token and help contribute resources, but that's it. And that is not good enough, I think. We said this from day one. You really need to do more than just say earn our token and that's it. You need to be able to do something useful with that token. You also need to leverage the community power. When you have over 2 million installs around the world, that is a community. That's a marketing buying power, which means we can go on your behalf, go out and get good deals for whether that's mobile bandwidth. Like, hey, we have 2 million people. We can negotiate how much can you charge us for mobile gigabytes on your data. We can actually get a better discount for paying off your phone bill or mobile subscriptions or apps or dApps or even the AI agents that are where your data is feeding those AI agents. We can get better deals for those same agents to use for your business or your personal life. So this is the power of DePIN. What we've been doing since TGE is focusing on the demand drivers, because we make it so easy for people to earn. You know, like you can just under 2 minutes, you can actually take advantage of this AI data gold mine that's happening and start earning instantly. But now we need to make it useful for you to do something with those tokens, whether that's spending, staking, you know, making getting more bang for your token buck essentially, or swapping for goods, practical goods and services like apps, games, your phone bill, etc. So this is what I've been doing for the past couple months. That's what our heads down for that. And this is the post-TGE recap. These things have been our product milestones. So over the past, in October, we've launched Cadeau, which is being able to purchase and fiat on-ramps wherever you are in the world, whether you have credit card, bank account. If you want to wire money, you can actually purchase UPT. You want to be able to actually swap it out for other tokens. We use that with OKX Web3 APIs. Now you can do that on uprock.com/steks. And the next step for us is being able to provide the network and real revenue with to business liquidity for you guys by doing actual real tasks for businesses. So DATS project came out. They're doing cybersecurity tests last week. And then there's also ore mining, heavy duty tasks or on-chain tasks where you can actually mine early crypto and test the network, specifically Solana. Because when you have over 2 million devices, that's actually powerful. You can actually stress test a network and say, hey, are you guys fast as you say you are? And then are you resilient as you say you are? Well, we have 2 million humans that can actually test you out. And then we can earn some income as we test you those heavy tasks. So
yeah, and I'll just chime in there for a second and point out we're most days we're doing over 1 million network speed tests already. And in fact, funnily enough, we actually we're not quite ready to announce this yet, but I'll tell you we've been having a discussion with another network that wants us to do testing, and now we actually have been sort of having to have the discussion about who gets which capacity, because there's a lot of people who want these services. The ore thing was super interesting, as we mentioned before. I think we believe this was the first time that anybody had done this kind of a large scale direct on-chain deployment onto mobile devices. You know, as some of you know, we paused ore mining for the moment while they work on their pooling and stuff like that, because it doesn't make sense to run it until the earnings are higher. But we proved that it's possible. We proved that we can have you know, millions of hash power out there if that's the kind of task we have. And then we've also been working on and deploying a variety of network tasks as well. More on that coming soon. You guys have heard from DATS, who's in integration testing right now. We've already rolled out that for them. We're talking to other people who have similar kinds of workloads. So this is the sort of thing, you know, one of their customers who they've specifically been talking to us about is a major global brand you've heard of that has customers in several hundred countries. And their problem is, hey, you know, I go to an uptime service and it tells me whether my website's up from 20 or 30 data centers in half a dozen countries. And we need to know if my website's up from every mobile carrier in Europe, Asia, Africa, the Americas. And so that's the kind of coverage we provide. In fact, I think it's fair to say just about the only part of the world we don't have coverage in right now is Antarctica. And as soon as penguins get cell phones, we're going to fix that.
Or the thing.
And I'm gonna emphasize why the DePIN model is superior to the kind of the Web2 approach. If you have a website and you hire a developer to keep your website up and make sure it's fast and loads across the world, that developer will probably use services like Pingdom or Uptime Robot, which in those these are services that are basically uptime or website monitoring services. And what they normally do is they actually ping randomized data centers around the world, and they load your site on these data centers and see, is your site up or down at any given interval, maybe every whatever few minutes or a couple hours. Just make sure your site's up or down, and if it's not, then they'll send you a report. Hey, by the way, your site's down. But that's not good enough. Sometimes you need to know, because the internet is dynamic. It's only down in this region, or maybe it's slow in America, or maybe it's actually slow around this data center. The more data, the better. Then the developer can say, okay, for some reason our site is really bad in this region of the world. We need to figure out, maybe we'll need to beef up our servers in that area, something like this. So the more data, the better. And by the way, if you really want to know how fast is your CDN, how fast is your site, instead of using randomized data centers, why don't you actually load it on actual devices and give a better picture of what do actual real people see on the phone, where the customers are at. And this is the power of DePIN. So that is why it's so lucrative to actually provide that data and say, instead of loading from like 5 data centers in one country, we can actually load your site on 1,000 different real devices and tell you they're connected from a 3G network, whatever it is. This is people walking around while they sleep. And that data is so powerful, because now that developer can say, oh, wow, on 1,000 devices every 4 hours, our site is, our CDN is this slow or this fast or whatever. And they can actually make better decisions because they have better data. This is why it's powerful. This is why you can sell that mobile bandwidth at a higher price. So, yeah.
Yeah, great wrap up. And then on top of, actually, before I get into the releases, if you want to check out our tokenomics, and you should go to uprock.com/tokenomics, and you'll have some more details there. I dare say it's one of the more fleshed out tokenomics I've seen, which was our goal, to have it incredibly informative.
Well, most tokenomics are a pie chart. It just tells you how much we own, how much you guys own. We actually have real tokenomics, tells you how it works. Yeah, usually it's a pie chart.
Yeah. Well, and yeah, just to bring full circle what Jesse started on. So we've obviously built up, significantly built out the infrastructure for the earning and for how you guys can all earn. But we have also been really both delivering on and continuing to work on other things. So we have staking out and other ways that you guys can deploy your UPT. And we are going to have direct rewards coming soon. We've been working with several partners on that. We actually had something kind of cool that we partially integrated. It's also really important for us. One of the things that's so important for us is that the app works great. And just a few days ago, Jesse and I were looking at something and going, man, would have loved to launch this, because what the company said it did was amazing and we thought our users would love it. But then when we actually saw how it worked, it just wasn't good. And we didn't want to give you guys something that wasn't good. Fortunately, we found another couple of providers that do the same kind of thing. So you'll be hearing more about that in a week or two. But suffice it to say, sometimes even as much as we really want to push forward, we build something and then the provider we're working with, or the UI or whatever, it doesn't work. That's why device verification, which is now out, but that's why device verification was delayed a little bit. The first version, we tried it and we went, oh man, people are going to be confused by this. Not everybody, but some people. And that's going to stink for them. They're going to be really unhappy, and we don't want that. So that's also really our huge touchstone. And I think that's why you guys have loved UpRock so much, and something that we really take to heart is to make sure that you don't have to have any like super duper crazy blockchain knowledge to use it. It should be, open and inviting and easy to use for everybody.
Yeah. Every time I go home, my mom and my aunties, they're always asking me about it. Well, you know what they want? They want their deals, because eventually, this is the world's best rewards program, what we're trying to build here too, with the DePIN ourselves. And I told my mom and my aunts about it, and we're Filipino, so auntie means like just any woman who's around your mother's age. So not just like it's a whole gaggle. It's a whole group. Anyway, every time I go back to her place, I'm always being asked about like, oh, when are we gonna get our flights? We want to go back to the Philippines. We want to buy the flights, or we want deals. So anyway, we're on our way there.
Philippines is great, because if you're in crypto, the Filipino community is really early adopters of any crypto programs. And there's like WhatsApp groups. There's WhatsApp groups. Like I'm serious. If you're like a startup founder in crypto, you want to embrace the Filipino community, because they will test your app really early, and they'll tell you if it's cool or not. And then if it is cool, you'll get a lot of people to talk about it, because they're really early adopters over there.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's move on. Okay. So recap. There was actually real quick, I want to also mention on the recap, we also had like so many product releases as well. So we started off on iOS, then we fleshed out more of the web. Now new features go through the web first, but we also have we start off with Android, then Mac OS, desktop application, then iOS. Of course, the website is fleshed out; it's already been out there. But now we also have Windows and Linux. So every week we're always trying every month to have some big releases for you folks. Some things take longer than we anticipate, or we have to pivot, as Chris mentioned with just a few minutes ago, with some features we want to integrate. But I think we try to stay very consistent and putting out a lot. I mean, it's really cool to have all these platforms now. support,
Yeah.
all the sponsor support.
Yeah. So one, going back to community, we close deals way faster because you guys keep the app running and keep it on, and also you engage with us on these live streams and our X.com posts. People, the businesses see that and like, oh, this network is alive. It's awesome, and we can close deals. That provides revenue, which provides liquidity for everybody, which is awesome. I would say also, because it's not our first rodeo, guys. Like we've had a couple of mobile startups that we sold in the past, a browser and an app store. I think the biggest problem with a lot of crypto companies, they try to promise like a castle in the sky, and then there'll be you get so excited about this huge hope and dream in the sky, and 3 years later they haven't built anything because they just promised too crazy shit, really. And we're very practical. We've been around just like we know exactly just build and ship. Every 3 days we ship shit. Like our developer mantra is like let's not ever like think about things in like a weekly basis. Let's like what can we ship in 2 or 3 days, really? And constantly just commit and ship. That this is our mantra. Because if you say a week, then that's 2 weeks and it just goes crazy. And in crypto, really, probably the worst thing that you can do is think about this crazy pie in the sky thing. And we've seen it. I've bought projects in crypto that promised so crazy stuff, and 2 years later they do nothing because it's just too much. They promised too much, but we're experienced builders. We know what we're doing, and we just want to keep shipping stuff. So yeah, we're cross-platform in the past few months. We have Kado, we have staking now on website, and we're gonna we have revenue actually coming in from actual businesses that's going to pay for the DePIN model. These all things matter. This happened only a few months after TGE. So and only reason why any of this is possible because we can go out there and close deals fast because people can see how active our community is. I mean, really, it is awesome. This is way better than Web 2. In Web 2 space, you have no idea. Are these bots or like you have 2 million people? I don't believe it. Are they real? How'd you buy these installed? Did you buy them? Are they actually real devices? You can see, like any company, like, oh, hey, people show up. We're on Discord. We're on social media. We actually do device verification. This is actually real people, real devices, real bandwidth, real compute on real phones, and we can close deals for you guys. So it's really awesome.
Great. Yep. All right. Well, that was appreciate the recap. Well, I mean, I appreciate giving the recap. It's nice to reflect back on the last 5 months. And if you guys have any more questions, just hit us up here on the stream or in our Discord, and someone will be there to answer. All right, now up and rocking. Yes, that's right, Reka. To his point. Okay. So speaking of growing DePi, so we've got our DePIN Catalyst growth program. You want to tell us about? Give a bit of a recap on or intro on the growth program here.
Yeah. So I would say, like I said, we bootstrap the network with the community. That's the DePIN model. And on the network side, we also want to do the same thing on the demand side. So if you are interested in what would you do with over 2 million IPs around the world? What kind of apps or AI agents could power that you can build if you have access to a giant network like that? We are building things. We'd love to hear from you. We have a grant program, whether it's dApps or apps or AI agents, or just if you have something else you want to think about, definitely submit it. We see them. People are submitting ideas every day, and we're going to start executing on those things. Also, it's not like you're not going to be building by yourself. We're very collaborative. So if you have an idea and you're kind of curious about the DePIN network and you just want to do something, like don't be shy. Reach out to us. The grant program is also our way of just kind of putting ourselves out in the world and like work with developers and builders and founders. Say, hey, we want to work with you. So we can provide mentorship. Our superpower is mobile. We've been doing it for a while. So if you've never built for mobile, crypto companies tend to do desktop first because the mobile experience sucks, but we're good at it. So if you just want to build something that's mobile first, we can provide a lot of insight and advice there as well. And then we want to support it, with actual grant. So yeah, go to uprock.com/grants and fill it out. And yeah, we'd love to hear from you. So that's what this is about. Also, again, with the DePIN network, I think, we got to almost 1.8 million installs within under a year. I think by 1 year or two, we'll get 10 million installs. It'll probably be the largest mobile first DePIN network in all of crypto. We got there faster than we got there faster than all Web2 companies ever. The biggest one out there is Bright Data, and they're a partner. They have 7 million mobile devices. They've been around for 10 years. I think we can get there in under a year. Really. We can get there in under a year. They took 10 years to get there. And they're paying for installs. They're like our model is token incentivized. So a whole network is more alive because everyone has skin in the game to make sure the network is growing, and they're all incentivized to keep their app running, share with their friends and family. It's just more powerful.
Yeah.
It's a better way of building this business, really, the bottom line.
And that leads into Laurent's question. So when revenue generation from B2B?
I was about to address that one. So the answer is today and yesterday and the day before that. Indeed, for I'd have to go look at the calendar to be certain, but for either a month now or close to a month now, we have had some revenue generation turned on, and we are turning on more in October. So it's here today.
Yeah.
Great.
You know what? And I know we have our TOKE guests. So I don't want them to wait. They're actually waiting for us. We're gonna bring on soon. So thanks for waiting, guys. But I do want to mention one quick thing on the product updates. We're working on your behalf. All these product milestones that we're talking about, the demand drivers. Again, like DePIN always falls short because they just think about most projects. If you look at all of them, most say, "Hey, buy our sensor or download our app, earn our token." And that is it. You really need to say, what else can you do with that network that you built up? What can you do with that token? Whether it's just, staking is like kind of table stakes. Everyone has staking. That's normal. But you should have that. That's default. But beyond that, what else can you do with that token? Whether it's swapping as easy as swapping for a token, can you swap it for a deal? Can you pay for your phone bill? Can you pay for a game or a subscription? These are practical use cases in crypto, which is also how we onboard crypto to the world and make it actually crypto useful. Instead of just trading all day long, how do you actually spend your earned tokens, get more for your bank for your earnings? And the way you can get that is leverage the community power, the purchasing power of the community, and say, hey, we have millions of people who have a wallet installed, ready to spend. They're just going to cash it out, or if you give us a good deal, they'll spend it on your product. This is powerful. And this is how we get the adoption of crypto around the world with the DePIN model. And everyone knows data is the new oil, and this is what jumpstarts the DePIN model as well. You don't have to buy something first to get involved. As soon as you install our app, you actually get a couple of tokens right away because we start selling your data on your behalf, and not your data, just bandwidth and compute. Because again, we don't care about your personal history. Don't ask for permissions for your browser history. It's not an extension on your browser. This is a standalone app, sandbox. We just basically data collect from your local IP. That's what businesses love to get, and that's powerful for them. So I'm gonna just kind of tease this out right now. We have got just a little bit of alpha, guys. We are going to be on some centralized exchanges in October. So
so let's talk about sex, huh?
Let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you and me.
I still don't get why the internet has decided to refer to that as sex, but there you go. It's a little awkward to discuss in conversation, but Jesse has been out hustling very hard for sexes.
Yeah, we don't have any HR department, so there's no HR violations here because we fired them. We fired the HR. So there's no HR. We fired them. But this is exciting. We wanted to actually get to a couple product milestones before we launched on Sex Launch. If you guys are here with us from the beginning, we launched the Jupiter Launchpad. We did sign with a very top 5 market maker, but we were rushing. We didn't want to be on centralized exchanges because we were rushing. And if you want to do it properly, you have to treat it as like an actual proper product launch, just like we did with Jupiter Launchpad. That took a lot of effort from the whole team, and we were rushing with the centralized exchanges. And a lot of companies like to do the same, but we're like, you know what, we're gonna botch this because it's so hard to do just even a DEX launch. Like, can we do the same? And we just it would be bad if we did it. So we said, hey, let's focus on demand drivers. Right now it's so easy to earn, but we should do we need to actually execute on a roadmap and make it easy for you to do other things with your token. When we do that, transaction volumes and all those things start to pick up. That'd be a perfect time for us to start engaging with the sexes again. So yeah, let's talk about sex. So we're not going to tell you the date. We're going to make it a surprise. We're not going to tell you which ones. We can tease it. We're going to I'm curious which ones you guys use, so you guys can mention, in the comments or on our social. I would love to hear which centralized exchanges you guys use. But again, the only reason why we can actually close those deals is because you all, the community, and the traction we get is so powerful. We get constantly people asking us, hey, when are you going to list with us? When are you going to list with us? And so we're going to finally move on that now. I think it's a good it's time. So
right.
we appreciate you guys. Yeah.
In 2 hours, Jesse and Tim are going to be on Jupe and Juice. So head over there because
let's go.
We'll talk a bit more about that. We're going to go through the rest of the product updates real quick and bring on the folks from TOKE. But
with
yeah,
with the C, not with the S, but with the C.
Yeah, CEX, which the crypto world has decided to call sex. And anyway, it's fine. It gives us good fodder. So thank you for that.
I don't know why you're so shy, Jen. By the way, we used to actually I won't bring it up. Okay, go. Move on.
Let's go through these fast. Okay, so we mentioned this last week, but we have in the app right now an in-app quest. It's just essentially a survey. So just go through the survey. You have until the 31st of the month to double your earnings by answering the questions. So very, very quick. Looks like a lot of screens here, but it's very fast to go through. And you learn about UpRock along the way. So there's that. We have the device verification. Now, there was a question here.
I wanted to address that. Yeah, somebody else, I think it was Machine King, asked a bit ago about what happens if device verification, if your IP address changes or if your, there we go. Does it affect device verification in any way? So the answer to this is generally no. I think we mentioned device verification was ready a while ago, and then we were testing it, and some of the beta testers were testing it. And we got a lot of feedback about things that were annoying and things that weren't making people happy. And one of them was when the device verification wasn't making progress. And so the way, the early version was you sort of had one opportunity a day to get your day's device verification done. And if you missed it, like maybe your phone was off, or maybe you were right in the middle of a Zoom call on your phone, and so low priority, whatever, it didn't get done, then essentially you would miss a day. And so yeah, we really took that feedback to heart, and we changed how it works. Now, if there are now many opportunities per day for device verification. If your phone is not online at all for 24 hours, you will miss a day of device verification, in which case it will just resume on the following day. But if your IP address changes, the expectation actually for many people, is that their IP address changes multiple times throughout the day. They're on their home Wi-Fi, they're on their mobile network, maybe they're on the Wi-Fi at work or school or wherever their daytime activity is, then they're on their mobile network again, then they're on Wi-Fi again. So we expect to see a variety of IP address changes. And now obviously if you're using some kind of a emulator that's connecting through some kind of a residential IP proxy that it changes every 30 seconds all day long, that's going to affect device verification. But potentially, we've got a lot of things there, but we're trying to make sure that we're not catching legitimate users, and that you really shouldn't have to make any kind of our main goal, our huge goal. You shouldn't have to do anything special to make it work. It should just work pretty easily, pretty straightforward, and be pretty generous right now. If let's say if it's kind of unclear for the moment, we're not gonna we may add some extra requirements if it's really suspicious. But and of course you can fail device verification if you're running on an emulator or something like that. But by and large, our goal is to make sure that we don't catch legitimate users and make them have to go through any extra hassle. So yeah.
Yeah, and also let me emphasize the device verification. We want to have a great experience with UpRock when you first install. So when you first install under 1 minute, you start earning immediately. Device verification doesn't stop that. And also you don't have to do anything. You earn for that time. We just run those tests in the background and verify that you're human, it's a real device. But the entire time you're earning. And then once we verify it's real, then we deposit those earnings to your main wallet. That is that simple. You don't have to do anything. We just want to make sure we have to protect the community. We don't want to give out token. If we don't protect our own token, then if we don't do it, then then it's not worth anything. We have to protect it. So this is important for everybody. So you don't do anything, but also we want to have a great experience for new people. So when you install the app, you start earning. You can see, hey, by the way, we're going to verify your device. It takes a couple of days. Just keep the app open, and then after a couple of days, it's like, yeah, you're real, cool. And then we're going to deposit to your main wallet. That is how device verification works. In the future, we'll make that 7-day period speed up by having you do tasks if you want to. If you don't want to, just wait. But if you want to do like surveys or other things that we pretty much know you're human, then you'll basically shorten that time span. And this is, again, to protect the community because we do not want scammers to screw us all. Yeah. And so this is a very simple thing to do. It's in the background. And like I said, what we always think about is make sure the experience is great and it's not in your way for people who are legit. So yeah.
So as if you resume UpRock or something like that, and you haven't had your verification task for the day, it's going to go check for it. In most cases, in many cases, but suffice it to say, really the primary way that you would miss a day is if, like, I don't know, you were out camping and you just have your phone completely turned off for the whole day. In that case, well, your phone's turned off all day. Not much we can do in that scenario. But other than that, we've worked really hard to try to make sure that the vast majority of devices can make progress every single day. And they have a lot of opportunities to do so.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Well, great. There's that. That is out now. And now the last product update is Fiat on-ramp with Cadeau. We mentioned this last week, but a quick recap. We are working on integrating this. We're not working on. We are integrating this to be released shortly, and you can buy UPT straight in the app or on the website. With powered by Cadeau.
Yep. So you can use Google Pay, Apple Pay. These are just demand drivers. So if you want a minimum stake 1,000 UPT, today it's kind of difficult. You have to use a decentralized exchange. We want to make it really simple for a lot of our users. Half of them are from Web 2, which means they never heard of crypto, and they want to participate in this program. If they want to stake and get more earnings from their wallet, then the best to do is just actually stake it and buy, actually participate. So and buy it. We want to be able to add many payment processors. Cadeau is amazing. They actually support a lot of different payment processor options, and I think we're going to do a pretty good just to have you guys incentivize everyone to help test it. We're going to probably offer a bonus UPT for your first purchase. We're thinking about the amount, but we're going to make it attractive so that everyone can try it out, make sure it works well. We want your feedback, and just try it out essentially. So the beta testers and the Rocketeers and the moderators and the Discord people will get that first, and then if it works well, we'll probably incentivize the entire community. Say, hey, make your first purchase, make sure it works well, and we'll give you some bonus UPT.
Yeah. All right. So that's that for product updates. Now we're going to move on to some dePioneer updates. So we've got some folks over at TOKE.
Hey.
Hey, okay. I missed something. Anyway, so TOKE is a DePIN meme coin with an emphasis on weed culture. I don't know where you guys are in the world, but I'm in Seattle, and that's definitely it's skunky over here. So definitely a product market fit in Seattle.
You see my nice hookah? Yeah, let's go. That's just not for pellets.
Okay, so TOKE is giving dePioneers a claimable airdrop of 420 TOKE each per wallet, but the cats need to be staked. The drop is going to be happening live on this stream, and so in order to see if you got it, you need to log into dePioneers.com and check your account and claim. I'm going to bring up. So, Chris, I'm going to take you off stage. Everyone say bye to Chris. Thank you for joining.
I'm a cigar guy, so this one's for the rest of you guys. When next time Sean comes around, I'll stay up for the cigar time.
Okay.
All right. Hi, Chris. All right. So we're going to bring up Christian and Rob. Hey, guys.
Hey, guys.
You're here.
Hey, how are you?
I appreciate y'all. Thanks for coming.
How's it going?
Can you hear me?
Yep, we can hear you.
Yeah. So Christian is the head of operations, and Rob is with decentralized. I'm sorry, Rob is part of DePIN Connect. I'm sorry, and he works with a lot of DePIN projects. He's also you're a council member on the TOKE DAO, correct, Rob?
That is correct. Yes.
Oh, and by the way, just people who are new, the dePioneers community. This is the premier DePIN DAO of Solana. We have over a dozen partners in this space. It's the first hybrid NFT protocol. So when you buy this NFT, you're getting exposed to multiple DePIN projects, which is awesome. And TOKE is a partner of ours, so we're excited to have him on board. And it's a fun way to build a relationship with the community. Honestly, this is what's so fun to have a business in Web3 because we do cool shit like rally around art about space cowboy cats. It really is. It's fun. So anyway, yeah, you guys introduce yourselves. Thanks for waiting. And what's up?
Yeah, cool. Well, thanks for having us.
Christian, you want to go ahead?
Yeah. Can you guys hear me all right?
Yep.
No, good. All right. Yeah. So thanks for having us. As kind of already introduced, I'm Christian. I am the head of operations for TOKE. All right. So I can hear Rob, but can you guys hear me?
I can hear you.
All right. Because I just heard Rob say he couldn't hear me. Just wanted to clarify.
Yeah. Yeah. And we can hear you too, Rob.
Yeah, we can hear both of you.
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right, cool. I'll jump back in. All right, yeah. So, head of operations for TOKE. If you don't know, TOKE launched in 2023, June. Actually, specifically, it was 100% airdropped to participants of the DePIN space. We're kind of just a community of DePIN enthusiasts building and supporting the DePIN network, and the DePIN sector. Yes, we do have the meme of TOKE and you can see Seattle and it being skunky, but also what's amazing about memes is that people can kind of determine what they want to believe of that meme and perceive it in their own way. We've had people come into the community saying, when's McChicken token? When's this? So it gets perceived in it's all its own ways, but it's unique. And we're a community of DePIN people building tools and platforms to not only incentivize people to participate in the DePIN space, but also to add some fun to it.
Yeah.
And as you've seen what we've done here, the 420 TOKE for dePioneer holders and everything is just one way to grow the community and also integrate ourselves as well as other communities into what we believe and want to form of being a DePIN space that's about building rather than constantly going at each other's necks and trying to we want to be number one. We want to facilitate the projects that, want to push to be number one, right? We want to be that non-biased place where everybody can come to and just push the DePIN space forward.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Yeah, I mean, really, if you guys are out there and you're thinking about starting a company, the Web3 way is the best. You can go out and try to spend a bunch of money on ads, try to get attention, or the Web3 way is you build a community, have fun, integrate with other communities, do stuff like this. It is really, it is.
It's been amazing to see. We have over 2,500 or 12,500 holders, right? Just token holders.
Yeah.
Either that's done through airdrops, that is a big part of what we do. We have a couple other airdrops, and obviously with dePioneers, the one we're doing currently, which I believe is claimable now. I know that I've seen some messages saying that everything should be pushed. So as you guys have stated, if you are from the dePioneer side of things and you're interested, go check it out right now. You can claim that through your wallet. I know it was a really interesting kind of process as well that we went through to be able to claim it and highlighting the technology that you guys have built and put forward with the token that we have. But Yeah, I mean, 12,500 holders. It's all been organic through the power of Web3, right? 100% of the token was airdrop. So there's not any, necessarily everything's community funded, everything we do, right? So from this airdrop, this was a group of whales that came together and said, hey, we like DePioneers. I know a lot of the TOKE whales are part of DePioneers and UpRock and everything going on there. And they said, hey, we want to build a better bond between these communities. Let us fund this. And so us on the side of things, we're just here to put the puzzle pieces together, and the community is really what's powering everything.
Cool. That's awesome, man. That's cool. So, and what is your background, Christian, in the crypto space?
I have. I've been in it for a while. Yeah, so cool. I've been in the space for a while. I specifically focus on community development and operations. I started obviously mining. I could open up that closet, or I guess back there, graphics cards stacked to the wall, right? I started in the early days mining Ethereum. And then whenever, NFTs kind of became popular around COVID, kind of moved into that space. But on the community side of things, have been on team for a couple different projects, large projects that have launched, done, volume, millions in volume, seen it all from the NFT side, from being up in New York for the craze, and then transitioned actually into onboarding and helping legitimate Web 2 companies integrate into the Web 3 space. So I worked with Belova specifically. We did a watch. How do you take a physical watch and turn it into a metaverse device, and also scan a QR code and connect these two from the digital to the physical. And then most recently working with nonprofits actually on fundraising for nonprofits through Web3. So a lot of it just focuses on communities and everything. And TOKE was unique. I personally am located in Northwest Arkansas area. If you know anything about TOKE, we do have a strong concentration in this like Northwest Arkansas area. So I did have a proximity to it, and just personal relations with some of the people that were kind of interested in it, and came onto the team to kind of build something fun, right? It's, and I know you guys mentioned through all this, we focus on shipping things as well, but it's more shipping things that we get to see the community just engage with and have fun with. And we're not so much looking at, the tech, like our community, we tell them go break it so we can fix it and make it better for you, where we don't have so much expectation to ship something perfectly. So it's been a great experience at just being able to build in the Web3 space.
Yeah, I think that's cool, man. I don't know if you guys let us know in the comments. Right now in Web3 space, there's a whole huge conversation going on with this being like the super meme coin cycle. Like this is happening right now. And what's interesting about that, a couple months ago, I was invited to a Solana invite-only event in New York at the Solana headquarters. And what they did was they invited a bunch of meme coin companies and DePIN companies in the same room. So it was like a meme DePIN event. And so what they want to do is just like mash things up and say like, hey, we don't know what's going to happen. We just want you guys to interact. Let's go. And the idea was you have DePIN, which is like you have this product market fit of DePIN, which is really tangible, real world devices with the virtual. People get it. Okay, cool. Yeah, this is a real world device resource, and I can earn some tokens for contributing to the network. Awesome. And then you have the meme coin side, which is community, just vibe, and like really just fun. It's what you're selling there is the utility is really like friendship, like hanging out, a little bit of gambling aspect. That's all part of it, but they're really strong with community. And so, what can you do when you combine those two mindsets in the one space? And how can you what can you do with that? And this is the most powerful way to actually build a company now. If you're crypto native or just Web3 or just internet native from the start. Anyway, so I'm seeing that happen. You guys should really check out that conversation. A lot of people are talking about it, like how can you really build a company where you have take the aspects of a real business model, but also the community building aspect. And what are the limits? I think it's limitless. I think you can get crazy really when you can combine both powers, honestly. So yeah, I think your project's got like really like a epitome of that.
Yeah, well, no, I mean,
you guys are cool, building cool shit, but also let's just have fun, you know.
Yeah, and I think it's great. You know, one of the things that we highlight about having fun and building cool. So like the Wheel of TOKE, right? We have our V2 coming up that's launching soon. We have some upgrades. We'll have dynamic jackpots, right? Where any DePIN project or SPL token actually can send in the jackpot, and you can kind of claim the jackpot on the wheel that's been developed. But that's another way, as in DePIN, you know, you're earning rewards from all these things you're doing. The wheel is just another way to earn rewards on this token by participating in an ecosystem, but in a fun, you know, in a fun fashion, right? It's like, how do you kind of build things that stick with DePIN and earning rewards, but also do it in a way that's not so technical where you have to wrap your head around all of this, where you can just sit down, unwind, and still keep earning rewards.
Yeah, exactly. Cool, man. And then Decentralized Rob, I like your avatar, only possible on Solana. Nice.
You got the Opus. Yeah, so Rob here is so you're a Web3 community builder, and you are one of the co-founders of DePIN Connect. Can you tell us a bit, tell our viewers a bit about DePIN Connect and what y'all are doing over there?
Yep.
Yeah. We basically started a couple years ago. Started a Telegram group. People wanted to learn about projects. At the time, there was no DePIN. It was, Hive Mapper, Helium, a couple others, and we started this Telegram group to talk about that, learn about them, and just we've been growing it since then, and started helping other projects build their communities and bringing that around. So we actually, for those that don't know, we actually built the dePioneers Discord, got that up and running, set that up, and then kind of just handed that off back to Tim and Tufan at the end of the month. So that's just, we've got other projects that we're working with. PowerPod, we run their community for them, working with Streamer, doing some stuff there. And so biotech, so different projects that we're working with, just connecting projects, connecting the community with the founders, connecting founders with other founders, connecting it within the DePIN space is I guess what we're doing.
Yeah, awesome, man. Yeah, Rob, you're great, man.
What about the help that you provided us with the dePioneers Discord? It was you guys were so helpful and working with you guys. And I also just love seeing. I'm a lurker on X, but on my feed I'm always seeing posts from you or good insights from you. So it's always nice to have you on the stream and hear your voice and not just read the words.
Yeah. And I wanted to also add about TOKE. I was one of the original, I think, I forget the exact number, but there was about 5 million tokens that were airdropped to, well, there was 420 million tokens and they were airdropped out. Everyone got right around 5 million. So I was one of the originals and, just didn't even know what it was. It showed up in my wallet one day. I said, okay. And, just all of a sudden it started showing a little bit of value. It just started like seeing it. So it's just been, then the Discord opened, things started growing and it's just a fun community to be a part of. And so that's the thing is people don't understand is there's, there was no treasury. There was no money, all the tokens were just sent out, and now whoever owned the tokens basically got together, started this Discord, built the community, that's how it went.
That's cool.
That's great. It sounds like, just a great, like, I don't know, to sound like a Gen Zer, which I am very much not. It sounds like it's vibes, good vibes.
Oh,
yeah, for sure.
I just sound like an old person trying to sound cool.
Oh, yeah. Hey, fellow kids.
But anyway, so that's great. Folks, as a reminder, let me bring this back on the screen. So it is a TOKE. I can hear you giggling at me, Jesse. It's a TOKE airdrop for dePioneers. And so there are 420 TOKE each per wallet. You have to have your kitty staked. Log on to dePioneers.com and go to your account to claim your token. And since this on the stream, we've already had quite a few people here already saying thanks for the TOKE. So it looks like it's already there. I mean, it is already there. So
let's try to add Chris to the stage real quick, see if it works. Oh, it does work. Hey, Chris.
All
right.
Hey, I'm on mute. I was just logging into this right now. But then I realized that I obviously don't do live streams from a machine that has my wallet connected to it. So we'll have to worry about that, but we'll have to try that later.
Okay.
All right. Well, we are now at an hour, but before we go, just a couple things to wrap up. Thank you so much, Christian and Rob, for joining us. Folks, follow TOKE on
Thank
X.
you.
I put TOKE's X account on here. Can you say it for us, Rob, or Christian? What is that?
Yeah. I mean, on X, it's just at TOKE Community. You'll find us. We got a gold check mark, so if you see the gold, you know you're looking for the right one. Same thing for Telegram, Discord. All of that's in there. mictoken.xyz is our website, and everything's linked through there. So and then we're on CoinMarketCap. If that's the easy way for you to find it as well, just hit up CoinMarketCap.
There you go.
And a reminder, dePioneers, if you guys are really bullish on the DePIN world, this is a premier DePIN DAO, the first one, a hybrid NFT. One NFT gets you involved in multiple DePIN projects. Our Discord is live. It's on fire. You guys that's what it's about. So go to dePioneers.com, get yourself an NFT, join the Discord. You can learn about a lot of projects. You're engaging with the team that actually build these cool shit. So yeah, and so that's what it's about. Yep, and I like your suit there, sir. It's a little corporate, but I like your real estate portfolio picture. It's not. Yeah.
Hey,
very professional.
You know what? I'm pretty sure I took it at my backyard against a wall, because you go from Web3. Some companies want an official picture. Some you can use a PFP, right? It just you do what you do to get by, right?
Yep. Freelon, and so Christian on X is wonderful. This Freelon Musk. Oh, I know it's Musk ETH, but I'm reading it as Musk.
ETH.
Freelon Musk.
I'm a Ethereum to Solana convert, right? So
I think a lot of us are. All good.
Yeah. And then Rob, thank you so much for joining us too. So you can follow Rob on X. It's decentralized Rob or DePIN_connect.
Thanks, Rob. You're awesome. Yep.
You're awesome.
All right, folks. I guess I'm gonna take you guys off stage. So bye, Christian. Bye, Rob. Thank you.
Bye, guys. Thanks for dropping by.
And then to wrap it up, guys, as a reminder, I guess now it's in. What time is it at? Your call with Jesse and Tim are going to be on Jupe and Juice.
Like an hour and a half from now, right?
So check them out on Jupe and Juice. We'll probably talk more about sex, CEX, and other things. And that is...
We're going to talk to the Irish. Yeah, so we're going to talk to the Irish here. So
we're going to talk with Irish.
1 hour and a half. There you go. Yep, that's right, Kirk. Let's see. I can do it. Hold on. Can I get a pint of Guinness and a glass of Guinness, please? I thought we let the man win the last night. I thought it was a leprechaun.
Okay,
Hey, nailed it.
Now, before we all get cancelled over in the Irish country, you should probably knock that accent out, Jesse.
That's pretty good.
All right, so head over to x.com/uprock.com, or we'll have the link there for Jupe and Juice. Or if you already go there every week, then you know where to head over. And so, okay, good. You got a laugh out of Irish. Okay, great.
Thanks. Yeah.
All right.
Well, thank you, everybody.
Then we have, let's see. Next week we'll share some more on what we touched on with the rewards and offers. But this was a packed one.
This was a good one.
Hey, it's up. UPT is in the October is our month because the ticker is in the name, and again, guys, like I said, and from the top of the hour, we really appreciate you all because you help us close deals, and it's all about the community. So it makes this building this and waking up every day and seeing how you guys react to everything we do awesome. And so October is all about you guys, and we want to win for everybody. So so thanks again for tuning in, and we'll see you next week, right? Anything else? That's it.
See you in 2 hours. Jupe and Juice.
Yeah, we'll see you on Jupe and Juice. So Tim and I will be on there in an hour and a half. Okay. All right. Peace out, y'all. Bye.
See you guys. Ciao.
Bye, guys.